Energy flows where attention goes. Have you ever noticed when you focus on something negative going on in your life, maybe like not having enough money or not having many friends around you, or not feeling like you are wanted enough by people, that you feel these feelings when you don't give them out. In other words, when you don't focus your attention on these particular feelings, whether it be feeling very abundant or feeling very grateful for the presence of others or loving towards others, that you don't receive that in return. It's something I continue to learn and come back to every single day. But that's my understanding of energy flows where attention goes. Now, what does this have to do with, what are we talking about today? We're talking about attention. In yoga, this term is called drishti, and it's your focus points. It's where your eyes are directed to while you're in a posture. I like to think of the focus point as a reflection of the inside mind. So where we are looking outwards is where we're actually really looking inwards as well. And so when you see something outside, there is no meaning ascribed to it. We don't make a meaning. Rather, the meaning is what we make of inside of our head. So I could see an individual walking down the street, and they could be carrying a chainsaw, for example. And one person could see it as, oh, this person's coming out to kill me. The other person could be seeing it as, oh, this person's just transporting a chainsaw. Granted, there's many things that you need to take into consideration when looking into this particular example. And it's a digression, but sometimes I do like to digress. It throws a little spice into the conversation. Nonetheless, it's really important that what you end up focusing on and where you put your attention is it shows an internal representation. It shows a representation of what's going on internally. We have the opportunity to direct our attention. This is like mind-boggling, and it's something I continue to come back to every single day. Is I have control of where I put my attention. Do I choose to put my attention on negative things? Do I choose to put my attention on positive things? And in this sense, there's attention breaks down into two categories. So it's what's your outer attention going on? What are you looking at? And what's your inner attention? What are you looking at inside your mind? So if you're in a jungle, clearly that's a very different space than if you're in the desert, than if you're in the tundra. So by being in different areas, this has the ability to change our mindset or our state of mind based on our surroundings. So what's going on? Where's your inner attention directed? Is it directed on positive thinking, where you continually ask yourself, what if I was super abundant? What if I was very humble? What if I was loyal? Any characteristic that you may want to embody, what if I was? Or do you focus on negative things where you don't really feel a good sense about what's going on around you, or you don't enjoy what you see, or you have a feeling of hate, you have a feeling of fear, things of this nature? Where do you put your attention? Now, for a little technique that I use sometimes myself is I think of my attention, both outward and inward, as a laser beam. So I'm like, when I'm looking around, I'm shooting my laser beam, shooting my laser beam, shooting my laser beam, whoa. And the longer I spend my attention or focus on an object, the more I'm giving life to that object. In other words, I'm almost like illuminating that object. This is the way I see it. So when you change your area of focus, recognize that what you're doing outward, what you're looking at outward, is what you're giving attention to. But also, when you're looking at that outward object, what are you looking at on the inside? And I like to think of this as like the brightness. So it's if you have, or like the thickness to the laser. So if you're saying things that are very positive, you're making it very like bright and light. But if you're saying things that are negative, you're like putting a cover over it. And so you're not enabling energy to flow towards others. So what are you telling yourself when you are going about your day? Come back to the practice of, okay, I'm looking around, shoot my laser beam, and we're always shooting it. That's the thing. What am I shooting it on? Outside. And what's going on inside? How is this all going? How is this all occurring to you? Anyway, this is what I have for you guys today. Namaste.